everybody, it's Amalia, and I'm here tonight to introduce you to another collab that I will be participating in 2020. Deb Hoke from Deb Hoke's Crafty Cottage is doing a Having Fun Making Jewelry collab. It's a year-long collab, and we'll be posting once a month. Making some of the jewelry projects that we've made. It's a collab that's kind of open to interpretation in terms of what jewelry is. Like if you make charms, if you make dangles for your planners or hat pins, things like that, that's included. I'm most likely going to stick to jewelry. I've been pretty involved in jewelry making for a few years now. I met a wonderful mentor in beading by the name of Pat Reisner, and a few years ago as a cake decorating instructor at Michael's. She was teaching the jewelry classes, and she was a wonderful teacher and taught me how to do a lot of things. These are some of the things that I've made and that I continue to wear. So Pat taught me a lot of things. Prior to meeting Pat 100 years ago, I was actually in the fine jewelry business, and I took classes on how to bead pearls. This is not a project that I've made, but when you learn how to bead pearls, and this is fine jewelry pearls, saltwater pearls, freshwater pearls, etc. Each pearl is typically beaded on silk string with a knot in between each pearl. That's if, in case the strand breaks, obviously you don't lose every single pearl. You may lose one, and the piece can be restrung again. So about 100 years ago, I learned how to do this, and I still have all the supplies somewhere in this house, and I used to make my friends, actually, jewelry. I bought a bunch of semi-precious stones like rose quartz and jade beads and things like that, and I used to make jewelry for my friends, again, about 100 years ago. And then when I met Pat, she taught me about beading and the fun that you can have with that. So she taught me the basics for sure. And then I also took some other classes with her, and I learned how to make this. Basically, it's a Swarovski crystal heart. And I have the directions for this still somewhere. I don't know if I could actually follow them. But this is one of my favorite pieces of jewelry that I wear. And coincidentally, this is on a necklace that I got as an employee for Michael's. After 5 years, you get to choose from a catalog. That was when the instructors were employees of Michael's. That's how long ago I used to teach cake decorating classes. So, yeah. I found the perfect chain for it. It looks black, but this is actually a garnet stone, and in the right light you can see the reflections of a deep red color. It's not a garnet, it's a garnet color, so it's a deep red color. And this, of course, is like a dichroic clear crystal, and I just put this on a piece of pink ribbon. I tie it around my neck. And then she did another class, and it was a two-sided, she called it a donut. So one side is this blue, beautiful blue, dichroic, I forget what it's called. It's called it's AB when you buy the beads. I forget what that particular thing means, but anyway. And then the other side is clear. So same color. Sorry, but clear. Okay, so I made those, and then once I learned how to do this, I almost went blind doing this on my own. I used seed beads to make 2 tiny little hearts. And yeah, I almost went blind doing this because they're so small. And I didn't have a craft room set up at that time, so I probably did it while I was in bed. And my bedroom has very low lighting. But I managed it, and yeah, I haven't worn these in a while. But I made those. Here's an example of something that's really super easy to make. And maybe that's going to be my first video since I haven't done this in a long time. Maybe I just need to do something really simple. These are actually a pair of buttons. So I hope that that kind of inspires your imagination. You can find something like this in the notions aisle or a fabric store that sells buttons. These were buttons from a designer outfit. And I took some classes at Michael's. I don't know who the instructor was for this. It wasn't Pat. It wasn't Pat. But we learned how to do this. This is basically like a chainmail. Oh, I remember who the instructor was. I was a young girl. She was very nice. I can't remember her name. She was just an employee at Michael's, but she knew how to do certain things and follow directions. But I took this class with a bunch of girlfriends, and we basically made, it's like a chain link kind of design. So we made a pair of earrings and a bracelet. And I kept these out. I've had these for the longest time. This is, when I first met Pat, she just whipped these up for me really quick. She took a Sharpie. I have a Sharpie somewhere. But anyway, she took a Sharpie, pretend this is a Sharpie, and she wrapped some wire around like a donut bead like this, and then just put an earring finding on it, and there you go, you have a pair of earrings. And I just keep that in my jewelry box as a fond memory of her. She's still alive and kicking, of course, but she moved away, so she's a little bit further. And we're Facebook friends and all that. Anyway, but I keep it as a reminder of her. And maybe I'd like to try and copy that sometime. Here, I just took out some of the, I have a drawer, a large drawer full, very large drawer full of all my supplies and tools and findings. And every once in a while, I find, even though I haven't touched it for a while, every once in a while I find something that just sparks my interest, and I might, or, you know, frankly, that's a good deal because you know that how much I like that. So I got these at Tuesday morning, so I picked them up. These are lobster claw findings, and I hope they're nice, and I hope they're not crap. Chances are they probably are. And I got some earring. These are called shepherd's hook. This style, or anything like this style, is called shepherd's hook. That's called a shepherd's hook finding, earring finding. And so I picked some of those up. I'm sure I have a million of these in my stash anyway. But I saw these and I thought these were just too adorable for words, either to make earrings with, or I don't know what, charms for whatever you make charms for. I buy all kinds of stuff. This I got at Joann's, or probably Joann's. This is a, whatchamacallit, a bangle or a cuff bracelet. And you can just kind of glue a stone or something on there, or wrap some wire all around there, and you've got a bracelet. Let's see what else I have. Again, I've got a huge drawer full. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. This was something Stampin' Up! Used to sell. And there's other, Ranger used to make findings as well for necklaces. They used to make the glasses and the inserts, and you can find all of this stuff from a number of different places, but this is something just Stampin' Up! Used to make. It's basically a charm. It opens up, and I made this and put it in there, or maybe somebody made it for me. Yeah, somebody made it for me. It was a thing, a swap. I'm gonna break a nail opening in this, but it has another side, and Pat made that for me, if I remember correctly. It's either Pat or Eileen made that. And yeah, so I have that as well. And this is something I bought a couple of years ago and put it in the bag and put it in my stash and haven't looked at it yet. There's a store in Savage, Maryland called Bead Soup. And look at some of the beautiful beads. Why is there a shadow? I don't know. Some of the beautiful beads they have there. And I bought some chain, because you always need chain, and they had some beautiful different kinds of colors of chain. I think I wear those earrings. Some, oh my God, look at this, look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Ooh, and I bought a bunch of them. Cool. I may wear some of the jewelry that I make. I don't know if I'll sell it. I don't have an Etsy shop. I don't know what I'll do with it. Beautiful. Look at those charms right there. I may put some of these in my polymer clay. I don't know, but this is my newest stuff. I have lots of old beads sitting in my stash, but I'm looking forward to this collab so that I can make some really cool stuff. And I'm going to be doing some tutorials on some of the things that I make, and you can see how easy it is to be creative and to make things like gifts, or maybe start a little business if you want to. So definitely join me and Deb and all the other ladies in the collab. If you're looking forward to seeing this jewelry making collab, click thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and when you subscribe, click the bell. If you click the bell, you'll get notified whenever I post a video, and you have to check what category you want to do as well. Like if you want all the notifications for whenever I post a video or whenever I post to my community tab, etc. So click that bell and you'll get notified when the video comes out for this collab, and you'll be able to see some tutorials. Oh, anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.